and we were work friends, and he was sober for the first 6 years of the show.
How Charlie Sheen's scandals cost him $100 million. Charlie Sheen was once the highest paid actor on television, raking in nearly $2 million per episode on 2.5 Men. But behind the scenes, chaos brewed. A string of scandals, from substance abuse and bizarre public rants to a secret HIV diagnosis, sent his career into a free fall. And in the end, it cost him over $100 million, and his place in Hollywood. This is the story of how Charlie Sheen went from TV royalty to industry exile. 1. Rising star, family legacy. Born into Hollywood royalty, Charlie Sheen, born Carlos Erwin Estevez, was the youngest son of acclaimed actor Martin Sheen. Raised in a family steeped in show business, Charlie was exposed to the entertainment industry from an early age. Acting was in his blood, and by the time he was a teenager, it was clear he had both the charisma and natural talent to carry the family legacy forward. In the late 1980s, Charlie stepped out of his father's shadow and into the Hollywood spotlight on his own terms. His breakout role in Platoon, 1986, established him as a serious actor, portraying a young soldier in the brutal reality of the Vietnam War. The film won the Academy Award for Best Picture and marked Sheen as one of the most promising young talents of his generation. He followed it with a standout performance in Oliver Stone's Wall Street, 1987, playing opposite Michael Douglas. That film further cemented his rising star status and introduced him to the world as a leading man with both edge and intelligence. Throughout the 90s, Sheen showcased remarkable versatility, appearing in dramas, thrillers, and even self-aware comedies like Hot Shots. Whether he was playing a cocky stockbroker, a war-weary soldier, or a slapstick hero, audiences responded to his quick wit, boyish charm, and screen presence. 2. TV's highest paid star. In 2003, Charlie Sheen landed the role that would redefine his career, Charlie Harper, the rakishly charming jingle writer in CBS's new sitcom 2.5 Men. The character was a bachelor who lived in a beachfront Malibu house, drank heavily, dated endlessly, and avoided responsibility at all costs. For viewers, it was hard to tell where Charlie Harper ended and Charlie Sheen began. The role felt effortless, almost autobiographical. His real-life reputation for partying and womanizing gave the character authenticity, and audiences loved it. Sheen's natural comedic timing and laid-back delivery made the show a hit straight out of the gate. 2.5 Men became one of the highest-rated sitcoms on television, drawing millions of viewers each week. Its success helped anchor CBS's primetime lineup and turned Sheen into TV's highest-paid actor. By the height of his run, he was earning close to $1.8 million per episode, with syndication royalties and back-end profits pushing his total earnings into the 9-figure range. Off-screen, Sheen embraced the celebrity that came with his newfound success. Red carpets, interviews, and tabloid stories followed his every move. He was everywhere, on late-night talk shows, in commercials, and splashed across magazine covers. He was living the dream, or so it seemed. 3. Meltdown. In real time. In 2011, Sheen's behavior became increasingly erratic. He went on a media rampage, giving unhinged interviews filled with phrases like tiger blood and Adonis DNA. He mocked producers, insulted co-stars, and boasted about drug use. The internet exploded. Charlie Sheen's bizarre interviews and unpredictable public appearances became instant meme material. He coined phrases like tiger blood, Adonis DNA, and winning that quickly took on a life of their own, plastered across t-shirts, Twitter threads, and YouTube remixes. In the early 2010s, before going viral was even a marketing strategy, Sheen was dominating the digital world with a raw, unfiltered stream of mania and bravado. For a brief moment, it was pop culture gold. The world couldn't look away. But behind the scenes, CBS executives and 2.5 Men showrunner Chuck Lorre weren't laughing. Sheen's behavior had become erratic and impossible to manage. He publicly insulted Lorre, calling him a contaminated little maggot, and openly bragged about substance use while mocking rehab and mental health professionals. For a network show built on broad appeal and multi-million-dollar ad deals, Sheen had become a liability. The tipping point came in 2011, during the show's 8th season. After a series of absences, troubling interviews, and an escalating media circus, CBS made the decision to halt production. Soon after, Warner Bros. Television officially fired Sheen from 2.5 Men, citing moral turpitude and breach of contract. The decision marked one of the most high-profile firings in TV history. Sheen's golden run came to an abrupt end, and so did his $100 million deal. What was once a cultural juggernaut built around his name and persona collapsed overnight, and Hollywood began to distance itself. For lawsuits, losses, and a shocking reveal backslash. Following his firing, Sheen filed a $100 million wrongful termination lawsuit against Warner Bros. It was settled out of court, reportedly for around $25 million, a far cry from what he was set to earn had the show continued. But the most shocking moment came in 2015, when Sheen publicly revealed he had been diagnosed with HIV 4 years earlier. He claimed he had kept it secret to protect his family, but lawsuits from former partners accused him of non-disclosure and emotional distress. More settlements followed. The revelation further damaged Sheen's already fragile public image, and effectively blacklisted him in Hollywood. 5. Hollywood exile. After 2015, the offers dried up. Projects were scrapped. Former collaborators distanced themselves. Sheen tried to stage comebacks, starring in smaller roles, making appearances on talk shows, but the industry had moved on. The chaos he once turned into entertainment had become a liability. He admitted in later interviews that substance abuse had controlled much of his life. And while he expressed regret, the damage, financial, professional, and personal, was already done. Conclusion: winning, then losing. Charlie Sheen went from being one of the most bankable names in television to a cautionary tale of ego, excess, and addiction. What began as a career built on charm and talent unraveled in public, costing him not only his fortune, but also his reputation and the trust of an industry that once embraced him. In the end, Sheen's story isn't just about money lost. It's about what happens when fame collides with self-destruction, when winning becomes the first step toward losing everything.